Um, Faith reminds us that no matter the obstacle, no matter the unknown, we don't walk alone. And tonight, I want you to write in your journal faith, and I want you to use the mathematical sign, the greater than sign. Hey Myra, faith greater than fear, but I want you to use the mathematics sign. So make sure you put that in your journal today, because again, it is faith is stronger than fear. So faith is greater than fear, and then say it out loud to yourself. I know I can't hear you, but I want all of you to take one moment to just say, my faith is stronger than my fear. I'm saying that my faith is stronger than my fear because it is so true. Um, and so in the script, in a scripture reflection that was one of my go-tos is um, when I feel like the fear kind of rising up, it says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you." That's a promise. That's in Isaiah 41:10. That's a promise, and that can be something that you quote regularly. Um, Fear might show up at your door, but faith is the key that locks it out. So just when fear is showing up, you have to know that if something is giving you a lot of fear, that's because you need to activate that faith, because something good is going to come about. Um, Fear may tell you you're not ready, you're not enough. What if you fail? But faith answers, even if I stumble, God is still with me, and I will rise again. So no matter what, faith is always that component that is going to push you along to remind you that you can do this. So tonight in your journaling, I want you to it's easy. Well, I shouldn't say it's easy. I hate that word, but it is pretty simple, but it's very very powerful. So on one part side of your page, I want you to write down a fear that has been trying to control you. It could be a lot of things. It can be debt. It can be healthy choices. It can be, shooting your shot. It can be leaving a toxic relationship. It could be, many things. It can be, you know, asking for that extra credit if you're still in school, or asking for that extension, or just asking, can you show up? Like I said, shooting your shot. And on the other side, I want you to write a statement of faith that speaks louder. Some examples is the fear is, I'm not good enough to launch this business. Hey, Nash. But the faith says, I am equipped and I am called. My steps are ordered. There was a time in business that even though I consider myself an expert in my field, I was easily distracted by what other people thought about how we were doing things. But today I literally told a client, this is what I do. Allow me to do what I do. I can help you. And once I was able to say that to both she and to me, to be honest with you, she was like, you're right. I'm not always right, but I know what I was doing right today. I knew that. And that's because I have the faith to know that what was put in me, he will push out of me. And that's what you have to remind yourselves of. So, another thing I want us to write together, and I'm going to write it right here with my purple pen. Faith cancels fear when you put it into words. So, let's write that down. Faith cancels fear when you put it into words. So oftentimes we are so far in our heads that we're having one conversation in our head, and then fear's coming in. It's like, well, no, let's write it down. Let's the first step is to write it down. Hey, Nott, hi there. Hey, Shay. So that we can get out of our head and put it tangibly, so that we can look back at it. When I first started my business, I went through, I will call it a trance. I was having an anxiety attack, and I wrote, and I was just writing, and I was able to write basically my business plan. It's how I left my job, because I was like, no, I can do this. And so, when my life stopped, someone said my life stopped. It has not stopped for me. I'm going to keep going. I hope it didn't stop. But yes, So, like I said, I've lived this. When I stepped out to write my journal, even to coach, to share my story, sharing my story was always a strange one because I was just so sure that no one would be interested in it because I was older. Like, no one cares that you was a teen mom. You know, your kids is old, you old. But the reality is, hey, Corey, someone needed to hear this story because they needed to see that we can get to the finish line. When I was writing my journal, again, I was like, so I wrote the journal and I was so proud. I was so excited. And then fear crept back in because I realized that I thought it was going to be one thing and it was another. But once I got it and put it in my hand, it was even better than I could have ever imagined. So I had to continue with the faith because I knew that what was put in me was to be pushed out. So, but fear told me no one wanted to hear from me. No one wanted to see my journal. No one, and even still, like, I'm asking, like, why haven't certain people purchased my journal? And I'm still going to ask that question, not because it's about you purchasing my journal, but is it something that you don't believe you need? What is it? Do you not know about it? I don't know. For those of you who are on the live, excuse me, why haven't you purchased my journal? Because it's here to help you. It's here to just be. It's a small journal. It has a quick page for you to be able to write out some of your thoughts so that you can get them out of your head. But that's what fear will tell you. Nobody wants that. Oh, you're not relevant. No, you are relevant. Your dream and your purpose is valid, and you have to put in a plan so you can make it work. But again, faith reminded me that someone was waiting for my voice. Someone was waiting for my story. Somebody was waiting to know that. Thanks, Lindsey. Many of you have purchased, so I don't want to say that. But for those of you who have not, why not? Go ahead and purchase that journal. But you know, people, so like nobody wants to hear your voice. Nobody cares that you was a teen mom. Nobody cares that you worked at a job for 10 years and you left for entrepreneurship. Nobody wants to know that it didn't always seem like it was going to work. Nobody wants to know that you were working in toxic work environments that you still protect because it's black women that you want to hold higher than maybe they deserve to be, or more importantly, so that people will just know what's happening. But that's what fear says. Don't tell that story, because if you tell that story, you may offend someone, you may hurt someone's feelings, but everybody's feeling good but me. No. Tell your story. Speak up for yourself and have the faith over the fear that it is purposeful. I done lost my notes now. Hold on. Let me see. So don't let fear have this final word. It may creep up. It will creep up. But speak faith to fear, okay? And, so again, in your journal, I want you to write faith bigger than fear. Greater than, I'm sorry. As the math problem. Hey, Rashida. And I want you to write in here where someplace you have fear and what faith looks like. And again, those words are, so the fear is I'm not good enough to launch that business, or I'm not good enough to do X, Y, and Z. But the faith says I am equipped and I am called and my steps are ordered, okay? All right. So I have a few announcements for you because, what's Nott up to? What we doing? So, I'm from Springfield, Ohio, and two of my girlfriends from Springfield, we are all getting together on September 28th for an event called Rooted and Written. It's a book signing and yoga event. I did post about it today on my Chit Chat with Nott page. If you do not follow me on Chit Chat with Nott, please follow me over there because that's where most of the content will be stored. I have a piece of lint or something on my lip. And I can't do my lives there because I don't have enough followers. So I need you to call all your brothers, cousins, sisters, and friends and everybody and have them follow my Chit Chat with Nott page so that all of my content could be there. But I'm sorry. I think people's lives are going out. I apologize. It looks strong to me, but I'm sorry. Just bear with me, please. Technology does what technology wants to do. But anyway, we on September 28th, we will be at Rooted and Written. It's from I think it's from 4 to 5:30. Lindsey, comment in there for me so I can know the proper time. But we're all Springfield natives. It is Lindsey Ankrum, Tifani Kendrick, and myself, Nadia Howard Brown. We have all taken different paths: writing, yoga, coaching, speaking. But what unites us is our passion for people and the community. So what you can expect Yes, it's from 4 to 5:30. Thank you, Lindsay. I had it written here, but I wasn't sure. What you can expect is just a gentle yoga practice that Tiffany will facilitate, and then Lindsay and I will both speak about our books. Lindsay wrote a book called "F It Thankfully," and it is let's see, it's a book. For me, I think it's a book about, kind of walking through your grief and just really owning yourself. She gave me a huge, beautiful synopsis of the book, but it was huge and beautiful as only Lindsay could. But it is, so it's about letting go of what no longer serves you, while living in gratitude. It's short and sweet. It's a guide to breaking free, setting boundaries, and still choosing thankfulness all along the way. Like I stated, the flyer is on my Chit Chat with Nott page, and I will be reposting throughout the week. But that is September 28th. Tickets, I believe, are just $10. I should know all of these things, but I don't. From 4 to 5:30, and the location details and all of that will be provided. It is in Columbus, Ohio, and they will be provided once you purchase your ticket, because it is a ticketed event. But I hope that you all can make it. I will ensure, like I said, that you have the link. I will also ensure that you have the link to our books. Lindsay will comment on the live on Chit Chat with Nott with a link to her book, so that we have all of the tools that we need to live our lives unapologetically, authentically, and just at our best. Okay? So that's all I have for you today. As we end day 16, I am so excited for day 16. Remember, faith is loud. Excuse me. Fear is loud, but faith is strong. And we choose faith every time. We write it, we speak it, and we live it. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 17, all right? Chat soon. Bye-bye.